I said, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
He's back!
I was just talking about the running backs. We got Aiden Dennis, dog. Sir Hale, dog. He scored 5 touchdowns against Southside. Evan Linker, man, he's a linebacker in my eyes, but I guess he can run the ball. Dog. Sam Cale, I didn't even know he played running back, but he's a dog.
Go KU!
Hello everybody and welcome back to On the Clock. It's been a while. It's been about 2 weeks since our last upload. We've been busy, but we're here. We got some news to break. So, KU, Big 12 champions. You guys are now only 22 behind this year, behind K-State. We have the football, and then we have 23 meet judging. So, however that math
Have you
works
guys won
out.
a national championship in any sport?
Uh-huh.
What?
Meet judging.
You and Virginia Tech have not won a national championship in anything.
Yeah. But hey, I had that shirt on yesterday. Okay, let's move on here.
National championship, not Big 12 championship.
Okay, current record of 25-5. They play Texas on Saturday.
Yep.
K-State is in a tie for second with Baylor and Texas, as a matter of fact. Their current record is 23-7, so KU is your outright Big 12 champions. Baylor plays Iowa State and Texas plays KU, so I'm actually pulling for KU on Saturday. They can take second because that's a pretty big accomplishment for Jerome Tang in his first year when we had 2 guys on the roster last May. I mean, yeah.
I mean, you could be 8-8.
I mean, we have the National Coach of the Year and a winning record. All right, so let's move over to WSU in the Sun Belt Conference,
Hey, we're in the AAC, the number 1 ranked team in the country. We played
which
last
is coming
night.
to the Big 12 next year.
Okay, yeah, but second time this year playing them.
Hey, they beat Tulane. Something you guys couldn't do. Let's be real here.
Didn't you say we talked about this like a week ago? You said it's 2 different programs.
No,
I didn't say that.
Yes, you
That
did.
was Browning. I said K-State's good. That's it. But then
I'll take what I can get at this point.
Hey, if you look at the halftime score, we played pretty good. It was like 30-32 or something like that. We're down by 2.
Hey, 2 bad games.
Yeah, and then the next 20 minutes got a little uglier. I ended up losing by like I think 17.
Was there any
halftime heroes?
Yeah, but
Was there any yellow in the stands?
probably not. It was in Houston, so probably not. But hey,
I mean, they had their
But the
beverages
TikTok-
that are
that
yellowish.
TikTok had us at an underdog to win the AAC. We're a scary team out there.
Next year, when you guys have St. Mary, all them in there.
It's hey, a tournament appearance is a tournament appearance. We haven't been there. So actually, we were there in like
NIT
2018.
appearance or NCAA?
NCAA as a 16 seed.
Yeah.
And then we beat KU.
Dude, I would be there for that actually.
Hey, last time we played, Wichita State
Okay,
won.
imagine how stacked this bracket would be, like this section, if you had KU at 1, K-State, Mizzou at like an 8, WSU at a 16.
We'd be high. I think we'd be higher than this. I think they'd give us like probably 13.
Oh, okay, that changes everything.
They keep the 16s for like the Sun Belt,
Like
the
5 teams.
those teams that you've never heard of.
Okay, like Loyola.
You never heard of Peacocks? Actually, never heard of them?
Not before last year, no.
Okay, some other college basketball. We have a lot of drama around the Alabama basketball team. Brandon Miller, star player, projected lottery pick, allegedly supplied the gun that his former killed somebody. So, what are your thoughts? I mean, obviously, your thoughts. It's not right. It's not good. But what do you?
Well, I think you should. I feel like if they would have,
Would have done it.
it would have
in
happened
the
already.
NCAA.
So when you have a lottery pick in Brandon
And
Miller,
it's just a high lottery pick.
yeah. So I think they let him play it out and let the NBA decide what happens
That's
to him.
true.
He could go to the draft and then they just say
You don't want that.
We-
you don't want that in your locker room.
we don't want that in our league, which is very possible, but I don't know.
And then the whole, what do you call it? The hand.
You have to know your place because when you
Yeah,
for your
his
celebration.
for those of you that don't know, they do a handshake, and his was getting patted down. So there's that. And that's not all the drama we have in college basketball right now. Caleb Grill kicked off of Iowa State for not meeting team expectations. What do you guys think went on there?
I don't know. Maybe an altercation with the team. He might not have met the team expectation. I don't know. Maybe just being lazy in practice, and finally the coach had enough of it because he's just trying to have the season end.
Yeah.
So, as you said, he's a senior.
Because Iowa State's not. I mean, they're an okay team, but they've kind of fallen off as of recently.
Yeah, they'll
they'll still probably make it to the tournament though.
Yeah.
Are they kind of like middle of the pack right now? The Big 12.
They'll probably be like a 7 seed.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We're gonna go to commercial real quick, and then we're gonna be back with some NBA and NFL action, and then we're gonna have Adam Bilby on to talk about the state wrestling tournament.
Being a part of Rock Solid does take its toll on the crew.
Thanks for watching, and stay rock solid.
Cut! After we finish, we have to do it all over again for the foreign exchange students.
Buenos días, amigo. Ben tiene un pene.
Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that commercial. So last night, KD made his son's debut. Beery, how did he do?
I mean, he seemed to do pretty good. I mean, I think they called Booker and K-Book or something like that. But I mean, he had like 26 points, a few assists. I mean, he made an impact. Yeah, he made a really good impact for the Suns. I don't know who they played though.
I don't remember.
But I think they came out victorious in his debut. But
I think it was like the Pistons, maybe.
it might have been something like that. Yeah.
And speaking of the Pistons, they're bad. They're really bad. They're not the worst though. Rockets have lost 11 straight and are 13-49. Houston has the best odds for the number 1 pick then, with Detroit only 4 games behind them at 15 wins, San Antonio at 16 wins.
If the Spurs go on another streak, I think they won. I think it might have been last night or 2 nights ago, and they broke their 11-game losing streak.
Wow, that's unheard. That's not unheard of for Popovich, really.
So if they go on another 11-game losing streak,
It's a whole different game, baby.
I mean, someone can get Victor Wembanyama.
And then speaking of being competitive, the West, insanely competitive. Only a 4.5 game differential from the 4 seed to the 12 seed. That's the difference between home court advantage and the play-in, like bottom of the play-in. So this could shake out a whole bunch of different ways. I mean, you can have the Suns in the play-in, right? I don't think they're one of those top 3 teams. But in both the East and the West, the top 2 teams have a pretty strong hold on it, whether those 2 teams are game and a half behind each other or whatever it is on whatever given night. But in the East, the Bucks are the number 1 seed, and they are rolling. 16 straight wins. The next longest in the league is the Knicks at 7. And since they've traded for Josh Hart, they haven't lost a game. So the playoffs are going to be shaping up here soon. You're going to have teams start getting eliminated from contention.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to see how this playoffs goes because I think this race is really interesting.
It'll be a fun playoffs.
Mm-hmm. You're going to have play-in teams like the Lakers and the Raptors. You know, that could make some noise. I mean,
we make noise. Period.
Very good.
Period.
I don't think no one's going to hear you in
Expect us in the championship, NBA championship.
Who you got in the chip? Going to clip get your revenge against Kawhi.
Raptors and I think the Pistons make a late season run.
They're in the same conference, bro.
The Spurs.
Okay.
The Spurs are in the West.
All right, you heard it here first. Raptors Spurs NBA Finals. Game 7. Who wins?
It'll be a close one. It'll be a real close one.
Like 6-7.
Yeah, I think you got the Raptors with Freddie dropping 62, and winning Finals MVP.
Okay. Transitioning over to the NFL here. The Combine just started yesterday. And it goes to the 5th. So Thursday is D-line and linebackers. Notable from that, Georgia's Nolan Smith ran a 4.3940, faster than both Christian McCaffrey and Saquon Barkley.
He's going to be a dog.
Yeah, that guy is going to be a nightmare to block. I believe he's a late projected second-round pick. But that kind of speed off the edge, man, I'm wondering if you don't, I mean,
That
try to
speed,
transition him to a skills position player on
He
offense.
looked ripped too. Like he was
Oh, yeah.
running and
He's
looked
6'3",
big.
275.
Yeah.
he does not look like an edge.
No, he looks like he could play. He looks like DK.
Yeah.
In that video, I don't think we've been here since that video came out of DK Metcalf jumping his whole height off the ground.
Yeah.
That was nuts.
And then they drug tested him for it.
Yeah, random drug test.
Did they come back negative?
I don't know. That guy has to be on something.
I mean, and we would have heard if it didn't.
Yeah.
Okay, and then today, Friday, defensive backs. And then Saturday's the big day. You got quarterbacks, wide receivers, and tight ends. And then Sunday, which I'm looking out for because of our guy Deuce and then Bijan Robinson, running backs and offensive line.
What about Felix?
Oh, Felix went yesterday. I haven't got the chance to look at how he did.
Speaking of Bijan, Browning, I was talking to Browning. He said in fantasy drafts, Bijan is going third out of all running backs.
Really?
In redrafts.
I mean, he doesn't even have a team yet.
They're saying he's going third over and Jonathan Taylor and CMC are the only two above him.
Jonathan Taylor's going second right now?
I think so.
That's crazy after
what he
that season he put up last year.
He said JT and CMC are the only two running backs ahead of Bijan. And
So you're going to get real value in your dynasty if you have that first pick.
Or second. I mean, I'm taking out second.
Who are you taking at the?
At the one?
Take the tight end from Georgia.
I'll have to see.
Oh, yeah.
I'll have to see how it looks. Because I do need a tight end.
Okay, other little NFL things, I don't think we've gotten the chance to talk about. Lamar probably out in Baltimore, and then Derek Carr and Carson Wentz have been released from their teams and now can go wherever they please.
Derek Carr to the Jets.
Rodgers maybe to the Raiders.
Yeah. Tampa Bay needs a quarterback. New Orleans needs a quarterback.
He'd probably like
Houston needs a
playing in
quarterback.
Tampa.
Oh, and then the Bears are going to trade the number one pick.
Yeah, I saw that.
I don't get the thought process. What do you mean why? They can get value for the first pick.
Because
They don't need a quarterback. They have Justin Fields. No quarterback you draft this year is going to be better than Justin Fields.
And they won't trade to a team that they know isn't going to pick a quarterback. They'll trade to
Houston
the
or
Colts.
Carolina.
Or someone that
But I
they
think
know will take
Carolina. I
Bryce
think
Young.
Carolina is sold on that Florida kid,
Oh, Richardson.
Anthony Richardson. Yeah, which I mean, kind of. I don't know 100%, but kind of reminds me of the way Cam Newton played a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a splash. But that's all we have for today. We will see you guys next week. I'm not going to take another 2-week hiatus. It's kind of boring. But see you next week. Thanks for watching.
I got into the wrestling line.
Oh, yeah. I lied. We're back. Adam Bilby is going to come on and talk about state wrestling right now.
All right, welcome back. We have our Slim Shady wrestler right here, baby. Yes, sir. How you doing?
Good.
Good. How'd wrestling go?
We're doing pretty well. We got second as a team. I think it's been 6 years since Rose Hills had a team Kansas State award, top 3.
That's good. You had 2 people call state?
Yeah, we had 2 state champions, Julio Aguirre and Bronx Wood, 120 and 215. And then we had 2 other finalists that came short of a title, Damon Ingram, Johnny Leck, 106 and 126.
Yeah, do you guys kind of expect the same thing? You'll lose Bronx, but do you guys expect the same thing coming back like next year somewhat?
Yeah, I think we expect more next year. I think we expect to win it. Augusta, I mean, even though we did better than they did, they lose like 12 guys on their lineup.
Mm-hmm.
And they loses about 4 placers. So we're expecting to win it next year. Coming in with that freshman class, my little brother James, Safe Ride son Tucker, Cash, a bunch of those guys are hammers.
Yeah, I heard there's some good freshmen, or going to soon to be freshmen coming up, and so,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you guys should be pretty good next year, so.
They're a young and exciting team. Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Look at Rose Hills, probably top sport for the next few years.
Hopefully, build a dynasty here or something.
It should carry on, because I'm not saying our soccer team's amazing, but it's kind of stayed around year because we've built on it. And I think wrestling is really looking at that and
building
how
on
many
it too.
kids you've gotten to join and how many start at a young age to build it up and almost turn it into a dynasty to where schools look at us to be a good wrestling team year in, year out, no matter who they graduate.
Yeah.
Yeah, because don't some of these players kind of come from Punishers or whatever that team is?
Yeah. My dad runs our youth program, and it's a really good feeder for this and everything, and, really helped us excel so we can, be these top guys in the state as a team and as individuals.
Yeah, well, that's all the time we have here. Thank you for joining us and talking about wrestling. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And see you guys next week on the show.